Garden story. Wow. Night 11. So 10 plus 1 clap for appearing for night 11. Welcome to my night garden. Today it's so cold. We've had rains throughout the day. Intervals. It rains, it stops, it rains, it stops. But I hope you had a wonderful day. The weekend is here. And now you can get at least to rest during the weekend. But our night garden continues even during the weekend. Because the plants don't go for weekend. They grow every day. So today my agenda is to start preparing the container. I think it was either night 6 or 7 when I said I need to get a big container to plant the sugarcane. So I got a big container. And what I'm going to use, and for me, I'm only using DIY, what I have, the resources I have. Hoping it won't be too noisy for you. But now, as you notice, my space is empty because my containers are elsewhere. Time to bring my containers. Wow. That is sunflower, looking good. Yeah, there's something nice to record for. This is container 2. So I can say container 2 needed some nice warm sun to encourage germination. Remember, for container 2, let's see container 2. Container 2 has the radish, which was first to come up, the eggplants, cucumber and okra. So the cucumber and the eggplants is what we are still waiting for. And I'm seeing something looking really, really nice. So we have an update, the records for container 2. It's a muddy mess out there. So I can't really walk so fast in the garden. I'm just walking carefully. And I noticed also for the okra. I remember we had 5 seeds, huh? So it's like there's a 4th one that may make it. There is a 4th seed for the okra. So let me get the other container. Next we have container 1. This should be container. Yes, container 1. Container 1 has carrots, beetroots and tomatoes. So looks like we have some tomato seeds, some more tomato shoots today. Then we have container 6. Also looking good. So this is container 3. Few more. How many more? There's the tray. The tray. Something tray. Try and move it like that. So that I can get space for the planting tray. These stones are for the container that I need to prepare so that we can plant our sugar cane. We can start it. Now, I almost forgot the sugar cane. So I will give an update of the sugar cane today also. So this is container 5. Container 5 has the papaya, purple seeds, and the red bulb onion seeds. Container 5. So I want to create space for the for the planting tray. Wow. The strawberry got some good rain. Sweet, sweet rain. Wow. And there's a definite difference that we have to note today for our planting tree. So let me move this first. I think I've brought all the containers in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the planting tray. Just checking to ensure everything is in. It's so dark in the garden. I think if it continues to get cold like this, I will start making some tea to have just as we watch our plants grow. So today we want to start working on our container. It is right here. Okay, so an update for the blog. So I'll have the blog post up on juliesnaturejunction.com. Okay, so just noting down some key things that I need to include in the blog. Then you notice most of the things I'm using in my garden, I'm just recycling, using what I have, repurposing. There are still more things, more different types of containers I'm going to bring as we go on. I would say it is still so early in the day. Right now I'm focusing on, because now we already have the plants down, germination is going on for some. Some have already sprouted beautifully. For the sunflower, it might be the first to go to the garden. Because it's growing so fast. And today it looks so, it has acquired at least a richer color after getting some good sun. There are so many insects. So I want to show you the container. So this is a 20-liter jerry can. But now this space, the bottom part is like damaged, but it's still good enough to use in the garden. So there are so many different ways I cut my containers. Besides what you're seeing on the table, the containers that look like this with the colliers, or this one at the far ends with the flowers. So sometimes I decide to remove the top, sometimes I decide to remove the bottom. When I cut off the top, I don't know if I can get a sample to show you. When I cut off the top, I usually do it like that to now create two different containers. A shallow container and the other one is deep. Then when I cut at the bottom, it means I want to maximize on the depth of the container. So I will just cut at the bottom and just add maybe like one other drainage hole on the side, because it has a big drainage hole here, which I just use the stones to cover. But remember now, because of the shape up here, this side you also need to make just a small drainage hole, so that the plant is always comfortable, not waterlogged. So I have many shallow containers out in the garden. I will show you one tomorrow, because I can't see one that is close by. It means it's in the other block. So for those ones, I can use them to start the seedlings, because these ones that I have labeled container 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, these ones are deep seedling containers. But then I also have the shallow. It's like the medium, because the planting trays are the smallest. But now I also have medium. That I use. Oh, and I've spotted one which has the baby sandros. So for the medium, I have a succulent, the baby sandros growing in the medium. I will show you when I'm doing the updates, giving you a close look of all the containers. I will show you the medium size. So it's not too deep and it's not that shallow, just holds good enough, a good depth for plants that can do well. So many insects. For plants that can do well in shallow containers. So for this one, because I want to maximize, I want to plant the sugarcane here. I will not plant all the sugarcane in containers. I will take them to the field, which I'm hoping I can do over the weekend. Then just like a few stems that have the well developed roots and the shoot, I can see the shoot looking nice, I will plant in the container. So this one I'm going to maximize on the depth of the container, how deep. So which means I'm going to remove this side. Then it will stand like this. And then some drainage holes. There are so many insects. Types of containers. They are attracted to the light. So this is what I use in the garden. For me, it is just DIY. Where did I put my gloves? Let me see whether I can get my gloves. So I'm set to start. So what I usually do, is first to open it up, create a point where I can get the hacksaw blade to go in. give this container new life. It can serve us in a different way. So I make a space like that. To open it up. Oh, that's a good size. When I'm getting the containers, once I get into rhythm, you just need to continue. I noticed it's checking the camera. I don't know if I sit down. Yeah. Oh, then that means I need to get I'll get something, a stool, so that it can be at a higher point. It will be easy to see what I'm doing. Woo! It takes a lot of effort, but once you get into reading, I'm halfway. Believe it or not, I'm halfway. See? Halfway. Ah. Okay, let's continue after a short break. Look at that. Ah. See? So by just removing this bottom cover, now I have a nice deep container. Where I can plant the sugarcane. Ah, I'm surprised that it is so fast. Let me just remove the gloves. So we have our container ready. And now I want to give the updates. Whew, a little break. So the weatherman says we may get some rain tomorrow over the weekend, but I still have some compost. I don't know if the sun would shine, because even today it rained, but there was a period where the sun was shining and it was so hot. But in the evening again, around 6 to 7, 6:30 to around 7:30, it was raining again. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get some more garden soil to fill our containers. So it's time to get an update of all the containers, container 1 to container 6, the planting tray. Then we can do the updates. So the containers spent a good part of the day from, I left them out when I was going to handle other things. So they've had like at least not less than 4 hours just being outside in the sun. And then in the evening they also got some rain, so they enjoyed the good rain. And sometimes it's like the rainfall has some growth hormones, it pushes them up so fast. You will see the difference when I show you the corn. You will see a marked difference. So I don't think I need to do any watering today. They are all good. They got some enough rain for the night, for the day. So let me just bring you closer so that you can see. So I want to start from the corn. Yes, I wanted the light. So yesterday, when I was showing you the corn, remember that so many of them were leaning towards that side. But today you see, these ones here, so many of them are standing up straight. Then the ones that are leaning must be the rain, because I left them outside to get the rain. So once they get stronger, they will just stand up straight. Today, look at that. You see? Those ones that are leaning out, it's because of the rain. So taking out the containers has done us so good, ensuring that they get direct sunlight. Then today you also notice there's a very big difference. It's like they've shot up so fast, and many of them, remember yesterday this line, this part here, which was on this side of the table, you are not seeing so many of them this side, but at least you see this. So I'm thinking it is the effect of they got good sunlight exposure. Number two, they got some warmth, because inside here the temperatures are lower, so at least by taking them outside they got some warmth and some good sun and some rainwater. So soon we'll see the first one that will start opening up the leaves. There, you see? So the rain and the sun, good sunlight exposure is so important. And the rain. Then another important thing about taking them outside is I'm just starting the process of hardening them off. They need to get used to growing in the field. I'm thinking I'll just get maybe one or two containers to grow the corn indoors, in containers, not indoors but in containers. Then the rest will go outside to the garden, because you can't grow one. They need to be close together so that when the wind blows, pollination occurs, so that at least I can get cobs that are filled with maize seeds, with the corn seeds. So this is popcorn. This is our sunflower that got some good rain. Then you have container one. Also we see for container one, where we have the carrots, beetroots and tomatoes. We are seeing more tomatoes that have come up. So it is also good sun, the warmth, at least some nice warm temperatures outside in the sun, good sun exposure. Even the beets look different and stronger. Good sun exposure. So what has not come up container 1 is the carrots, which I know will take some time to come up, but they will come up. Then this is container 2. Container 2, look at that. So for container 2, we recorded the first sprouts, the first germination from the radish, and you also have the okra. And do you notice something different in the okra? So today they have acquired at least the green is a little bit darker, which means also they need to get good sun exposure, good light. Because here when they stay inside here, it's dark. At some point they don't get the good sun, and also the bending, because they're trying to look for the sun. So I took them outside so they have a richer color. Then look at that. I was wondering why these seeds are not coming up, and those are cucumber seeds. So we are recording the first sign of germination. That is container 2. Container 2 with the cucumber. First we record, today is day 11. And now we record it like that. Yes, the first sign of germination. Good. So we are hoping to get more. Then next we go to container 3. So what has not come up in container 2 is we are still waiting for the eggplants to see something. So now let's check container 3. For container 3, we have the cauliflower, the radish white, and the capsicum. So it's just the radish still, but some more have come up. Then we go to container 4. Yesterday, for container 4, the container 4 has sunflower, watermelon, and lettuce. So the sunflower, today it has a richer color. Let me just turn it like this. Today the sunflower has a richer color. And then yesterday, just after the live, I noted that there was some germination. That is for the watermelon. And I did record. And that was after, I think, after the live was over. So yesterday there was a sign of germination. And today you see the watermelon is up. Look at that. So here we are recording day 11. Then you have the up arrow. So what you are still waiting for is the lettuce. Then we have container 5 with the spring onions and papaya. Container 5 is here, which nothing yet. And you have container 6 with the cauliflower and with the spring onions and cabbages. So we have more. More cabbages. There's an improvement in the sprouting. So also I'm thinking it's the warmth, the sun, which has done us so well. So that's an update for day 11. That is the sunflower. Our other flowers. And also remember, flowers are so important. If you're growing the food crops, you always need to have flowers in your garden. So it's still opening up some beautiful, small, tiny, beautiful flowers. So again, I will just refresh the water. And that will do for night 11 in the garden. Thank you so much for joining me, night 11. Catch me live again for night 12.